In this pencast, we will understand and use the distributive, associative, and commutative properties. So first we'll start with the distributive property. This says that A times the quantity B plus C is equal to A times B plus A times C. And this was done by multiplying A times B and then adding it to the A times C. So we'll plug in some numbers and show that this is true. So we'll do 7 times the quantity 5 plus 2. And so if we multiply 7 times 5 and add it to 7 times 2, we get 7 times 5 is 35, plus 7 times 2 is 14. When we add 35 plus 14, we get 49. So if we were to do this by first redoing this problem by adding 5 plus 2 inside the parentheses first, we would have 7 times 7, which also equals 49. So we see that the distributive property A times quantity B plus C does indeed equal A times B plus A times C. So the associative property says that A plus B in parentheses plus C equals A plus B plus C in parentheses. So this means that if you add the A and the B together first and then add it to C, it should equal the same thing as if we do B plus C and then add it to A. So let's plug in some numbers and see that that's true. So let's make A 1 and B 2, and then we'll make C 3. And so then we'll write that over here. And so first we're going to do what's inside our parentheses. So 1 plus 2 is 3. Then we're going to add that to our 3. And we'll have 1 plus, and then we'll add our 2 plus 3, which is 5. So if we add our 3 plus 3, we get 6. And also if we add our 1 plus 5, we get 6. So as we see, it doesn't matter which way we added first. And this can also be done the same for multiplication. So A times B and times C is the same as multiplying A times the parentheses of B and C. So it doesn't matter which order you multiply in. So for the commutative property, that says A plus B is equal to B plus A. So we'll have 1 plus 2 equals to 2 plus 1. And as you can see, 1 plus 2 is 3, and 2 plus 1 is 3. So we can also do this for multiplication. So we'd have A times B equals B times A. So we could do 1 times 2 equals 2 times 1. And if you multiply that, 1 times 2 is 2, and 2 times 1 is 2. So it also doesn't matter which order we write them in for multiplication or addition. For division, it would matter. So this is rules for multiplication and addition. So now we can do a practice problem and simplify 5x squared minus x plus 1, all in parentheses, minus 2, and then in parentheses 2x squared minus 3x plus 2. So when we look at this first, we're going to want to use the distributive property on the second half. So we'll write the first half the same way we saw it. And now we're going to distribute like we did above. So we're going to do negative 2 times 2x squared, so minus 4 x squared, and now we're going to do negative 2 times a negative 3x, so that's going to give us a plus 6x. And we're going to do negative 2 times 2, so that will be negative 4. So now we're ready to put our like terms together and add this up. So we'll do our x squareds first. We have 5x squared minus 4x squared equals x squared. Then we'll have our minus x plus 6x. So that's a plus 5x. And we have our plus 1 minus 4. So that's a negative 3. So our final answer is x squared plus 5x minus 3.